Hi, everybody. I'm Dan John from danjohnuniversity.com. I've got a good friend here and a special guest. His name is Liam Riedel, and he's from England, but he's wearing a Canadian maple leaf, so that's going to throw off about 90% of our listeners. I am very enthusiastic about this young man. We're here at St. Mary's, and you can tell because we're both sweating in our air-conditioned facilities. Liam, if you don't mind, would you talk about how you use loaded carries in your coaching and in your own personal training, as I noticed? Go ahead.
So, if I'm working with someone, especially in a wheelchair or myself, I think one of the most important things to do is get them to activate and create tension of their core. So when they're in a day chair like this, they're using this to support them. In a basketball chair, they're using this to support them. They're totally relying on an external support, not engaging any of this. So if I'm coaching a disabled athlete or myself, I'll get them to come up tall and either push with a kettlebell or dumbbell, or even get them out of the chair totally, get them sat on a box or a ball, and sort of lean over the edge of the box and then bring their core back up, so they're utilising something that they haven't used in a long time.
And then you actually do movement with the load.
Yeah, so I could get some, it wouldn't be very far, it wouldn't be very rapid, but just moving through space while having to hold that isolated position is enough to get enough of a stimulus to feel hard on them.
Yeah. You told us the other night about an assessment that you use, and I thought that was just brilliant, man. What he talked about was how he can see, almost in real time, the issues that people are having.
Someone has a core issue.
Yeah. So you mentioned that if the basketball is here, and show me, you said that, yeah. Can you go through that?
So if especially I coach one athlete, he's about 14 years old, and what I did when I first looked at him was I wanted to see how he was going to pick up the basketball. So if he would go down and pick up the basketball, he'd pick up here and over-rotate because he didn't have the strength to just go straight in the extension and pick up with his core. So by seeing that, I could see what I needed to work on with that athlete.
And you also mentioned that if the ball was here, sometimes they wouldn't go. One athlete wouldn't go near. They would kind of.
Yeah, they'd rotate all the way over and have to come all the way over and then come back up.
So you were able to assess just by seeing.
Just looking and then playing the sport myself. So I've had a lot of impact playing the sport myself and feeling how I know how those athletes feel being able to put into those positions they're not usually in.
See, I like this. So the assessment is your experience and then seeing what others do. I think sometimes folks, and I'm candid about this all the time, people ignore experience and simple, just looking, right? Would you mind demonstrating the exercise you were doing earlier with the ball?
I wouldn't mind.
Okay, where do you want this?
I just need it there. I just need the kettlebell.
Okay.
So it's not really an active exercise. It's not something that's going to be a lot hard, but it's just making sure I sit up tall and getting this engaged is what I don't usually, or we wouldn't usually do. And then if I'm getting an athlete as a beginner, just hold the weight at the side and feel that pull, and then bring it down to the floor, bring it back up, or maybe holding it down here and pulling up against it, engaging back extensors and core, and then switching sides. Some athletes will have better sides than the other, or maybe if they're more advanced, they can put it up above the head and hold it. But usually I'll just get them to sit like this with the weight and feel getting balanced, because balance is something para athletes don't have. So just get them sitting on a ball and balancing, using their own core to actively correct imbalances.
The last 3 words on every email I send, I got this little list of 50 words. The last 3 words are make a difference. Lynn, you make a difference. I'm proud to know you. Thanks for sharing this with us. I'm Dan John from danjohnuniversity.com, and I got to tell you, this was life-changing for me. Thank you so much, and thank you, my good friend.